Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Jarvis Escott for What's Happening Birmingham. Today, I have the honor and pleasure of being with my good friend, Leah Wiggins of Insurance. Leah, how are you doing?
I'm good. How about you today?
Great. Want to bring Leah on to talk about how has COVID-19 changed insurance. So, Leah, how's it been going with you in the agency so far?
Well, this whole thing with this COVID-19 is one for the history books, of course. Something that none of us could have planned or anticipated. So it had really impacted us in a lot of different ways, from how we talk to our clients, how we communicate with them, from even the staff members that we have in our office and how we can assist our clients. So it's been a readjustment, needless to say, but we fared fine. So I'm thankful that it has been as well as it has been. We've had family members that have been impacted, and unfortunately, about 2 people passed in our family. But overall, we're just thankful that God has blessed us to even be able to be in this season to be of help to others with our agency.
So, now that you kind of bring that up, like, I guess the process of usually what you do, you come in, you see your agent, but now with COVID-19, and you couldn't really go and see, so a lot of your things you had to conduct was virtually, pretty much.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of adjustments. So because we are essential, insurance and financial services is an essential business, and so people still want to make sure that they have access to the things that are important to them, that the tools that they've used to plan for their futures and protect their assets. So we have been available for our clients since the pandemic started. We have done that in a couple of ways. Some situations where when we came into the office, what we did was we didn't allow them necessarily to come in the office. So we meet them at the door. We do curbside and take the information out to them so they could sign without coming in and gathering, because we have limited the number of people that come into the office. So that's some of the ways that we made adjustments, using the mask and making sure we sanitize the pen and those sort of things. So we did those type of things to make sure that if we met with our clients personally, that's the adjustment we made. Then we've done just like we're doing now. I've had the opportunity to do phone conferences with our clients, and also we've done some face-to-face utilizing Zoom just a little bit more than we have. We've sat down and talked to people utilizing some of the technology that most other businesses are using.
So let's get to the COVID-19, the virus, the pandemic. It has, we've seen a lot of deaths, a lot of cases, a lot of people kind of recovered from it. But when it comes to like life insurance, has it made it more challenging for people to get insured? Or is that one thing that has been on the questionnaire, when it comes to like applying for it?
The underwriting has not changed per se. Still the same questions in regards to the health status. Have you had any diagnosis generally, and ask for that to be disclosed, I believe. But in terms of specifically to COVID, no. The thing I would say will probably hinder, because life insurance is underwriting and it does require typically some type of an exam for a true life insurance policy. There have been some adjustments because some of the companies that perform those paramed exams, they went through some of the same things as going into people's houses, because that's what you can do. You can have that exam at your house or at your place of business where you work, or in their office. So it's kind of slowed it down because some of those paramed companies took some precautions in how they do the interviews and do those exams with the individuals. However, it didn't slow it up. In my own case, I had some particular clients that were a little hesitant about having someone in their house. So maybe they waited, I think probably at the early March. They waited a couple of weeks and decided, hey, we're not going to do this right now. And then we got into April. They said, okay, we know a little bit more about how to take precautions and how to put the PPE on and how to prepare. So, okay, we'll allow them to come and do their paramed. So it was just some hesitancy in terms of how to prepare yourselves for the exam, because that's what's done during underwriting for life insurance. But that on both sides of the client as well as the company, some precautions and some things put in place to make sure each side is protected the best. But in terms of reflection, I think if not anything, COVID has made people think about their mortality and the future and planning. And so we have seen where people have want to say, let me prepare for my family. What if something were to happen to me unexpectedly? Would my family be prepared? Would they be able to fare without me? And so some people have even looked at options where they can protect themselves or their family better, or make sure they get in life insurance when they didn't have it before.
Okay, have you seen, like, even with this recent unemployment, that people have actually thought about to get more additional amount initially instead of applying for the simple, well, let me just get 50,000 here or 100,000. Have you seen where people have been like, well, because of job loss, and it's like, well, if I get sick or something, I got to replace that income for my loved ones. So have you seen anybody actually get increases of the initial amount?
Well, yeah, we've had quite a few people, and I can say they actually were wanting to do reviews. In fact, the stay-at-home orders and those sort of things, I think people just really, truly got reflective about what their plans for the future and what their how their assets are protected, or how their family may be looked out for. People became reflective of that. So I would say we had a spike in some of our reviews with our clients because they wanted to see what they had and see if there's a way that they could increase it. And because, people decided they were going to shift how they spend their money. Most of us have not been eating out, of course. And even if we had the curbside, we kind of limited that. So people have seen that they could save money in some ways that they thought they could not before. And so if they needed to, in order to get the better face amount for their insurance, they looked at that. So yes, we had to answer your question. People who said, I was not as attentive to the face amount of my life insurance policy before. Now I would like to see if I can get some additional coverage, because I think I could fare better. My family could fare better if something were to happen to me.
Okay, well, one thing, I've noticed, and also, I guess, if you got in the mail, what's been up with all the insurance companies, especially on the auto side, actually refunding their policyholders back a little portion of the money?
Yeah, so we are a multi-line agency, and so yes, we do have the life and the auto. And so one of the things is not just auto. Businesses have had a standstill and some downturn during this because of COVID-19, the stay-at-home order, and so have the travel in automobiles has decreased. Mm-hmm. And so, fortunately, for farmers and a lot of the other insurance have followed suit as well, have giving credits back to individuals, which is something that much needed. There's not as much travel. There was stay-at-home orders. People were at home. So we saw where business owners, if you had a general liability, or if you had a workers' compensation, if you had a business owner's policy, that's where it started first for our company. They started allowing for a couple of months a 20% return on premiums for those 2 months, which is a savings to individuals. And then the same thing for the autos. There was not as much travel on the road, not as much liability exposure for the companies. And so they return premiums in the 15 to 20% for a couple of months. And even further than that, even in our own agency and company, they would not cancel you if you were late on paying. So you had a couple of months where if the first month you couldn't pay it because of whatever happened in your household, they gave you another month where they wouldn't, in normal circumstances, would have canceled the insurance. They gave you a couple of months to pay that. That kind of defers it, and hopefully you would have gathered some income by the third month in order to pay it. But they've been good stewards in that area, or good neighbors, or good business partners at Farmers Insurance, to give those credits to clients where they saw the need for people where they had challenges possibly.
So going back to, how there's like different adjustments, how you do business, what other adjustments did you make to kind of pivot during this time with your business?
Yeah, so we did a couple things. I would say we had some adjustments in our staff. We had adjustments in who we talk to and how we talk to our clients. I kind of described, how we met with clients virtually, utilizing some of these technologies like Zoom, and doing the phone conferences rather than face-to-face, and then doing the protection and sanitizing, and limiting the ones that came into our office. We did have some challenges with our staff, because we do have some college students, which were interns in our office. And when this whole thing changed, unfortunately, those are some like my best employees. We had to let them go because they had to go back home. Their schools closed, UAB closed down, and so they were not going to be on campus. So we had to adjust there, and we did some virtual support for our office. I have staff, but I had virtual support to meet the client needs. And so we never really shut down during this last 2 or 3 months. We were virtually talking to our clients and speaking with them, and just finding alternate ways to communicate with them as opposed to doing it face-to-face. So that's one of the things. And then we focus on some other areas, whereas in generating leads for us. So we, as a business owner, looked at some other models to help, get the people through the door by the phone, so to speak. And so we utilized some lead services that we were able to get some new business and opportunities through the door. So that kind of boosted us for this particular last couple of months, because like I said, it challenged all of us in terms of how we do business and who we do business with, and how we serve our clients. And so, and then we utilize our text service, where clients could text us at our office if they couldn't reach us because we're on the phone, or maybe we did some adjustments in our hours. So we put in place a few things to help us pivot through this time frame.
All right. Well, what final thoughts would you leave? And let me kind of back up for a minute. So if they would like to get in contact with you and have you as their agent, what's the best contact number?
Yeah, so they can reach us at 205-325-1745. That's our office number. Our website, leahwiggins.com. They can go there, and go right online and send us an email. But yeah, those are the best ways to reach us, by phone or by email, and go into our website. And we do over 50 different products and services and financial services for our clients. So whether you're a business owner, or if you're an individual looking for ways to protect your assets or build wealth, they can reach us, and we'll help you with some solutions. And we may not get it all in that one meeting, but we'll make the time to talk over a couple of meetings to find out what your needs and what your desires are.
And everybody, she's my agent as well, so I give her a personal endorsement.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's always a good thing, to have referrals and to have endorsements for those people that do business with you. So I do appreciate that. Thank you.
So the final question I wanted to ask you is, what final thoughts would you give to somebody right now, whether they was single or someone married, a family that's kind of like, on the fence about getting, life insurance, especially in this age of, coronavirus and COVID-19? Is like a little bit, they're not quite sure because they're so worried about the financial sacrifice of, purchasing it.
Yeah, I think any person that's interested in life insurance is someone who has some manner of love. So if you have love for your family, and you are concerned about their future, then that should get you off the fence, because you don't want to get life insurance if you're not interested in making sure that their needs are prepared for, or that they're able to sustain themselves, or they're are plan for their future if you don't love them. So I would say let the love drive you, and then from there we'll find a plan that fits your budget, that fits the time frame that you're in. Because like we talked about earlier, you could always make adjustments for a different amount of face amount as your life proceeds and as your budget increases. But if you never start, you never have a base from which to develop. So let the love drive you. We always say insure your love. That's what life insurance is. It's just planning for the future. Because there is uncertainty for all of us. We don't know when we might leave. And then these tools, if they're talked about in the best manner, can be something that you can utilize while you're living. So it's just not planning so far in the future or after your death. It could be something that you utilize for the right now and be able to take living benefits. So let that be the thing that drives you, the love for your family and the concern that you have for planning for the future.
All right, well, Leah, thank you for coming on today. Very good discussion. You know, I think this is something that people definitely are talking about right now, and especially, I guess, this is pretty much be the new normal going forward. So thank you for taking time out your day, and you all definitely check out, because I personally endorse it, everybody. So he's very, thoughtful and, well, I say family friend, and just good, business, partner. And I guess I can't do enough endorsements for you, but
thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you again, Leah. And thank you all for watching this video. Please check out what'shappeningbirmingham.com for more videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.